maybe. Okay, let's see. I am ready. Some artists might refer to their work as being their babies. I think a baby is ultimately an art piece in itself. This is my 4-month-old son with half a milk moustache. Half baby, half man. I, the artist mom, stole this picture from him, my baby, like I did for my grandmother. With an eyeliner, I drew a hand on her right cheek to hold her, caress her. My grandmother was not a very touchable woman, and she was thinking, what is she doing? Like you probably can see on that picture. This is a detail from the installation called I Was Here. Pictures, details from a young man printed in glass bulbs that were hanging in a small, intimate room. I Was Here is about not wanting to leave this place without being noticed. The footprint of my day-old son. So beautifully pure. The white veins look like little roads that are about to be walked. You will see a relation with my paintings that I will show you now. And this is going to be a accumulation of paintings I did about trees. So from a footprint to a series of trees. I can refer to the tree as a human being, life itself, and many more things. Veins, blood vessels, roots. This photograph I took when I just arrived in Taos at the Wurlitzer Foundation in 2007. There they were, trees, and the beautiful sky is cut out by the branches that delicately burst and are about to be ready to show their leaves. The more these paintings are what they are, the better they turn out to be. A work turning into a piece of art. Being an artist is waiting and choosing the right moment to create. Waiting for flow and getting rid of all the unnecessary stuff in your system that is usually out of your head. A family of works start to appear. And then the next one is called Veins. And veins meandering through a body, a plant. So it's still referring to a tree, but in this case you're talking about blood vessels and streams of blood, life. Or a mangrove. This painting shows the layers of the earth. The actual cutting out of the layers contributes to the reality of the bare roots and the different layers. So these are like two pieces of canvas that are glued on top of each other. I've been painting this tree several times. A tree right outside my studio in Groningen, back in the Netherlands. Here it is centered and stirring up the water. This piece is called Forest, and blossoms start to appear. A dark place with some strange black and white flowers, with the structure of tree branches in it. These blossoms are like reflections. To see the world in a grain of sand. I love that Sufi expression. An artist, I think, is a sponge. There's many more people who said that before. An actual memory, something you saw, went through a filter in your head first. And this is a willow that I saw in the environment. This is also a willow, but more and more you see the blossoms kind of taking over. They're more kind of like orbs now. So manipulation and imagination is taking part. More and more I'm leaving the tree, and the blossoms turn into some kind of orbs, like I said before. The tree is such a strong metaphor for life. It feels good to develop works that don't necessarily refer to the tree. They may derive from them, though. The painting that's coming up next is called Bandolier, and it's a good example of where imagination took over. I went on a school trip with my stepson to Bandolier. Without expectations I went, and I was at awe. This piece here appeared, and it just seems to live its own life. Then you see the painting River, and I was walking along the river with the baby in the stroller, and it made me dream about this painting. Stones, ages old, pop up and show different layers of where the water has been. Oh time, where have you been? Again and again, I think it's amazing to see yourself surprised with the outcome. Was that really me? Did I make that piece? It sets you aside. That's why I'm telling you this. This piece is called Wired. I've been cutting into canvas and glued one layer on top of each other. I was playing with that yellow background that seems to pop out and seems to get three-dimensional, depending on how you light the painting. Something I hadn't imagined ahead of time. And that brings me to the last piece that is still in process. And I wanted to make these brushstrokes three-dimensional. And in this case, it's still waiting for color and purpose. We'll see. I have to wait for the right moment and the right move. It might turn into an installation. Let's see.